SF at 999, Smita.
It is V, Smita.
Yeah. SF at
Raghu, you put V, SMITHA, right? Or SMITA?
SMITHA.
Yeah, okay. SF at 999, no?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Raghu, this is Ajay. Can you reset my password?
Sure, Ajay, I'll do that. Just give me a second. Ray, probably like you end up in like resetting your password, Ray, because I just changed it, right? SF at 999, Ray. Your password also.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that.
Mine is just using it.
Yeah.
Raghu, mine is not working, Sandy. I tried it.
Okay. Ajay, you are.
Raghu, kindly reset mine also.
Sure. I'll do that. I'll do everyone's, guys. Ajay, your password is SF at 999, Ajay.
SF caps?
SF 999?
Yes, SF is uppercase at 999.
At the sign 999.
Yes, correct.
Raghu, one question. You talked about the work schedule 40 hours per week, but in general, in SAP HR, like in Info F7, we have multiple work schedules and different employees depending their part-time, full-time, or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. I'll talk about that time types and how to create your work schedules. I'll show you guys.
Okay, so what you are just showing now, an example of 40 hours, that's just a default for everyone, but
exactly. Yes.
You have a chance to change it to different work schedules, right?
Yes, correct, guys.
Okay.
Based on some criteria, right? Either their location or their position or whatever it may be, you can default their working hours. I'll show you how to work with that.
Yeah, I'm in, Raghu. I'm able to log in.
Cool. Awesome, guys.
So Raghu, mine is, you have to change my
I'll change your username yourself, and Srini is the pending one, guys. I'll change your usernames and I'll create your usernames and password, and I'll share those details with you guys. Just sorry about that, guys.
Can you just put the password, please, for Sandy?
Yeah. Same SF at 999, Sandy.
Raghu, kindly change mine also, Shweta. KSHWETHA.
Yeah.
Raghu, you said it's SF what?
SF at 999. Not yours, Victor. Hold on a minute, Victor. I'll communicate to you in email, Victor.
Oh, geez, that means it's gonna be tomorrow then.
Oh yeah, you are already in tomorrow, right? Of your tomorrow.
Hello.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
Hi, Raghu.
Raghu, you
This is
change my
Shiva.
password?
Yep.
Raghu, can you reset my password, please?
Yeah.
Raghu, what is my password, Shweta?
At SF at 999, Shweta.
Okay. Let me check.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raghu.
Raghu, this is Shiva. Can you reset my password?
Okay. Hey Shiva, you are asking something in chat, but I am not able to follow your question, Shiva. Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually I can't hear you for some time.
Oh yeah, SF at 999, Shiva.
Okay, Raghu, thanks.
Yep. SF is uppercase at symbol and 999.
Okay, let me.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay, guys. If you still have any issues with your passwords or system access, just let me know, guys. Just drop me an email. Yeah, I'll be able to help you out, guys. No problem. And the new thing the next thing we are going to work on is the position management guide. In your success factors, how you are going to configure your positions or how you are going to maintain positions. So that is what we are going to discuss. And in the same position management concept, I'll talk about something called as the business rules, how to create your business rules. I'll show you a practical example. It's a real-time requirement, and I'll show you like how to configure that. So with respect to where you will be able to see your positions, if in your success factors, you can use your position management basically to create new positions or maintain the existing positions, staff people into that positions, activate positions and deactivate positions, and build your position hierarchy. All these kind of things you will be able to do under a topic called as position management, guys. So where you will be able to find out your in your organization, where you will be able to find out your position information is go to your go to your home page, guys. Basically from your home drop down menu, go to company info. You see here you have something called as org position org chart. So this is your organization chart. You can see all of there are a lot of people who which I kept under my user ID, and you can see they are all reporting to me. And let me navigate to another user, guys. This is not good. Because we don't have any photographs uploaded into the system, right? It doesn't look good. Let me, I proxy into car levies, and if I go to the company info of car levies, and here you can see here there is a user below him reporting to him, and if you want to see to whom he is reporting, you can see you can navigate through the entire hierarchy, guys. See, you can navigate through the entire organization hierarchy, and you can see you can zoom it or in whatever fashion that you want to see, right? You will be able to see all those things. And yes, you are, if you want to search it for a couple of some user specific user, yes, you can able to search that. And this is your organization chart, and you can see there is something specific to your position. And yes, you can see the moment you click on position, you see here the tab has been changed to position. Okay, so that is how. One second, guys. There is some problem with respect to this guy. Okay. You see here the moment I selected a position, the relevant information to that particular position I am able to see it here. Right now I selected account manager, and you can see account manager any has been updated, and you can see you can find more details about this position here. You can see here once you click on this small drop down arrow, you see all these things. So show position is nothing but it will show you more relevant information about your position. You can see here entire thing. And just to update you guys, your position is built on a concept called as generic objects, guys. So we haven't touched the generic objects so far, right? We are working on the succession and we are working on the foundation, but we haven't touched your generic objects, and position is one of your generic objects, guys. And incumbents is nothing but the holder of the position, guys. So who is currently in this particular position? You can see there are two people in this particular position. You can see account manager, NE, and these are the two people who has been occupied this particular position. You can see Harry Wilson and Megan Gibbs. And at the same time, if you see here, these are not like technical, but if you want to see like who has occupied this particular position previously in certain range, you can also go ahead and do that. You can search for that. You can see here. I guess these are the two people, guys. So like that, you will be able to see all your position information, guys. But where you see, this is what an end user is going to look at your positions in the organization. Okay, but where you will be able to configure your positions. Say when you are looking at the position object, you are able to see. So in not here, guys. 1 second. These are the complete details of your position, right? So someone should be able to populate this data in order to create a position. So you should have some handle to go ahead and create positions, right? Where you will be able to do that. You can see here, you can click the data. You can also do changes from here. You see here under the manage data. You see here, you go ahead and see all these things. If you want to edit it, yes, you can go ahead and take an action. Or if you want to delete it, yes, you can go ahead and delete it. Or if you want to insert a new record, yes, you can go ahead and insert a new record. So, but where you will be able to configure this particular position under your administration tools is, if you go to your administration tools, let me become self, guys. Go to your position and go to your administration tools, guys. Sorry. Manage positions. You see here under the manage positions, click on this object called as position, and this is the place where you are going to configure what data needs to be captured so that you can create a new position in the system, right? So this is how it is going to be. Like you can see here the position and what are the existing positions, all these things you can see, these are the existing positions. Yes, if I want to create a position, I can go ahead and say yes, and I have to populate all this data. You can see the company, business unit, division, department, all these things. So this is where manage positions is the admin option available to you to go ahead and maintain positions in your organization, guys. I'll create a new position, but before that, let me show you guys, this is how your position looks like this. But in order to activate positions for your organization, say if my organization is interested in using the position management, so I have to activate the corresponding feature with respect to the position management in my provisioning system. That is the first thing that I have to do in my system. Let me log into the provisioning system, guys. No, Srini, we will not be able to use your propagations in this here, but you can always use your business rules to populate the data here. If you go to your company settings, if you search for position management, guys, yeah, here you can see enable position management. This is the corresponding feature that you need to activate in the provisioning system. Then only you will be able to use your positions concept in your success factors instance, guys. And as I told you, your position is dependent on your generic objects. Yes, make sure your generic objects is already activated in your system, guys. I remember like we already activated that, but let me check. You can see here itself you will be able to get the information. As you can see here, you are activating enable position management, and they are telling that requires enable generic objects as well. So that's the mandatory thing. You have to make sure that it is activated in your provisioning system. Then only you will be able to use your position management without any issues in your success factor instance, guys. And as I told you, generic objects are nothing but they store a lot of information and settings related to the people working in the organization or in any company, guys. Such are there like their vacation details, the compensation details, those things you will be able to capture and store in your using your generic objects concept, guys. And say, so you activated everything in your provisioning system, and you are good with respect to activating things in the provisioning system. Then it comes to your instance. Say my organization wants to capture some specific data. Right now you are seeing here, right? You are seeing this data has been captured to create a new position. You are capturing the position ID, the external name, status, start date, and all these things. And you are capturing the parent position, the company, business unit, all these things to create a new position. But say my customer comes up and states that I need to add I need to capture some additional data which is not provided by the standard success factors. It is a custom requirement from my customer. So where I will be able to do that configuration? So basically you are defining the fields to capture your position data. Basically you are defining the structure to capture your position data. So where you will be able to capture that is all your generic objects, object definitions are going to be defined inside the configure object definitions administrative tools, guys. So what fields needs to go into which object of your generic objects? What is their position? What is their field? What is their technical attributes? All these things are going to be configured under configure object definitions, guys. So you will be able to find that under the company settings. You can see configure object definitions. Click on this configure object definitions, and yes, we are interested in object definition, and the one that we are interested is, one second, it's not this one. Here you can see here. Click on position.